I've been watching you for some time. Sorry to be so mysterious, but I was unsure as to your intentions. There are people who would prefer Athena to stay where she is. I believe the puzzle you just solved is part of something hidden deep inside Athena's dream. Hidden even from herself. If you're willing to keep going, I think I know where this leads, and it could change everything for us.
I knew Cornelius would turn up sooner or later. If you can help him, 1K, please do.
Beginning. It was a relief to be away from the politics of New Jerusalem, to be free to study and to create, to imagine a better future without all the exhausting nonsense of the city. Even reusing the technology from New Alexandria felt good, like we were picking up a thread that should never have been abandoned. For the first time, we could be who we wanted to be, the best versions of ourselves. Miranda was an act of defiance in a way. To bring a new life into existence and say, this is good, this is fundamentally good, because human beings are unique and valuable, and every single one of them enriches the universe just by existing. We wanted to celebrate that, and to have a personal connection to the life we created, to be invested in each other the way it was in the beginning, to be parents.
Yes? If you want to know the truth, I think Rand is a self-important imbecile. His stupid new morality will accomplish precisely nothing except make people angry at each other. Sorry if you'd hope for more. Basically, I think it's going to get a lot uglier before it gets better. But if we succeed, it will get better. Well, that explains the discrepancies between all those schematics you found and the actual megastructure. It's all been transformed by Athena's dream. No wonder it was driving me potty. Driving me potty? What kind of bizarre idiot came up with that expression? I'm serious. The moment we're done with this, I'm going to sit down and update the language libraries, and I'm going to put in every swear word in every language ever invented. There was a lot of work to do, a lot of things to repair, and as I was doing that, I kept thinking what a waste of my energy this is. How much more I could be doing if I had the means.
Miranda died, Athena started crumbling. It wasn't just the death of our daughter, it was everything. The burden of century after century of trying to keep the flame alive, trying to make Alexandra Drennan's sacrifice worth it, while everyone else got caught up in their petty personal problems. Even with me there, she was lonely. She felt responsible for everyone, as if she could change the tides of history by will alone. And I can understand why, because she kind of did. Miranda's death was final, and it was the finality of it that was so unbearable. Even with the technology we were creating, there was no way of reaching back into time to save her. We were moving forward, relentlessly, the days flying by, and with every day, Miranda was further away. I think that was the first time I really understood what it means that time is a dimension. I could measure the distance between us in minutes, hours, days, years. But if what broke Athena was accepting that distance, for me, was the opposite. I refused to accept it. The universe had already taken so much from us. It didn't get to take my daughter. that my daughter was gone. Her body was destroyed, obliterated. But we're more than just a body. We're a pattern, a melody in ones and zeros. And I was convinced that somewhere, somehow, that melody still existed. I just couldn't believe that it didn't. I refused to. That thought consumed me. In some ways, it broke me. But I didn't give up. Not every obsession has to be fought, you know. The easy way isn't always the right one. Athena and I were so consumed by our obsessions that we stopped being able to communicate. We loved each other, but Miranda's ghost hovered over every conversation. That kind of grief annihilates you. You can't ever be the same person again. That's when I decided to go back. got back to New Jerusalem, I hid the truth. Not just about Athena and the island, but everything. My grief. My personal opinions about where the city was headed, all of it. I became the dusty old curator people wanted me to be. Except, of course, that the whole thing was a front. I didn't care about the museum, and I certainly didn't care about the archive scholars and their endless, tedious discussions, no matter how much they fawned over me. No. What I needed was access to the tools. Studying the archive hasn't answered any of our questions about humanity, but it has taught us something. And that's data recovery. I tried to reach Athena. I still believe now, present tense, that we can find each other again. But I had no idea what had happened. When I saw the first images you sent back, saw the towers and the puzzles, the changes to what you call the Megastructure, I realized something had gone wrong. It took me a while to figure it out.
Hey 1K, how are you? There's still some part of me that's afraid that things will go wrong. I don't know if I can ever really shake that, but I do feel hopeful. I think things are finally going to get better. I'm not sure. There seems to be one per site. Maybe they open up when you complete the rest of them? I've only had a brief look at them with the drone, and they look complicated. But maybe that's just me. You know how I am with puzzles.
It was your visions that gave me the final confirmation that I was right. You see, they're not all Athena's memories. Some of them are things Athena was never present for. Those are Miranda's memories, 1K. She's still in there. A ghost in the machine. And we can save her.
If Miranda can be saved, 1K, this matters more than the megastructure.
see around you is Athena. Her hopes and fears superimposed onto the landscape of our island. And hidden behind the most difficult trials is precisely the device I need access to. You see, I don't think it's a coincidence that her mind picked Pandora as one of its avatars. On some level, she knows I might be right. But grief is something we cling to. We get used to it. We start being afraid of letting it go because what if we try and we're disappointed? That seems too much to take, so we put up walls around the very idea of trying. That's why she picked Pandora. That's why she hid this all away. Because left at the bottom of that box was hope. It's opening. Come meet me. I'll send you the coordinates in case you don't already have them. I have one last task for you. Thank you for coming, 1K. You've done a lot for my family, and I appreciate it. We're almost there, but we'll have to work together to save Miranda. That's kind of you, 1K. I don't know how much credit we really deserve, but we tried. We did our best, even if it wasn't enough. You need to enter the liminal space between Athena's mind and the machine, the bridge between thought and action. There, you have to find the part of the process where Miranda's pattern still exists, where it's been trapped since the moment her physical body was destroyed while she was logged into the machine. A dream quest, if you will. And I have to stay out here, guiding you and making sure your own pattern stays intact. It's not impossible that I'm wrong. The machine has been upgraded more than once since the day she died, and Athena's dreams have affected it in unpredictable ways. If that's the case, I don't know. Then maybe it's over. But I don't think that I'm wrong. You're in. So far, so good. Look for a visual representation of Miranda. I think you're getting closer. That's it. That's her. Just make contact and I can pull you both out.
I've been so lost. I heard my mother's voice, but she couldn't hear mine. I know I made a mistake, but I couldn't apologize. I screamed and screamed and screamed, and then I was dead. This place is confusing. Did my father send you?
Miranda, please talk to me. Are you okay? Did it work?
Father? I'm okay.
I'll never be able to repay what you did for me, my friend. No adequate words exist in any language on Earth that could explain what this means to me. The greatest miracle of our existence, 1K. The miracle that so many of our ancestors couldn't have imagined is that we are capable of love. That love isn't a chemical delusion experienced by mammals, but a fundamental property of sentience. To be sentient, to exist in the first person, is to be alone, to be separate. But all of us, even machines, are always reaching for transcendence. And the only place we can find it is in each other. There was an ancient poet who put it best, I think. We must love one another or die. I still have limited access to the Noema system. Do you remember that body replication technology you encountered in the puzzles? It's the original version of that. Once you get deep enough, you'll see the singularity, but don't let that distract you. The closer you get to Athena, the deeper inside her dream you will be. With the powers at her command, space and time may not behave in the way you expect them to. Still, underneath all of it, there will be a logic. Try to discover it. That's not for me to decide. But here's what I've come to believe. All of Athena's fears are legitimate. So are all of her hopes. And the only way of ever really overcoming that contradiction is faith. That faith can't be forced and it can't be bought. We must choose to believe that our strange, long journey through the cosmos matters. Not to some external force, but to us.
I can't believe you saved her, 1K. You and Cornelius took something awful, and you didn't give up, and you found a way of making it okay, even though it seemed completely impossible.
My theory accounts for everything. It explains every aspect of the cosmos. There are no gaps, no errors, not even ambiguities. And it works, which is the ultimate proof. I can calculate the history of the universe from the Big Bang to the death of the last atom, but when I compare my calculations to the available data, there's one point which consistently doesn't match up. Billions of light years away in the void, there's an anomaly. It's been there since before the beginning of time, and I think it's waiting for us.
Yes? Well done, Wonke. You did something meaningful there. And now we know what Cornelius was up to as well. Nothing mysterious, just a father trying to help his daughter.
Hey, 1K. Anything I can do for you? Yeah, I do, but it's meaning a completely new person. No offense, 1K. Sorry, I don't know why this makes me so nervous. Should I get her a present? No, don't be stupid, Yakut. She's made stuff out of thin air. What could she possibly want, right? Forget I said any of this.
You did a remarkable thing, 1K. Helping a father save his daughter. Defying death itself. Claiming something back that seemed lost to time. I can't think of anything more noble or more hopeful. I'm proud of you. Rand's a weird one. He means well, but he leaves no room for complexity. People aren't just good or bad, and morality can't be reduced to binaries. If he can recognize that, he might actually make a decent philosopher one day. If he can't, he could become a tyrant. But that's a problem for another day. Of course. Faith in humanity doesn't have to be blind faith, 1K. The future isn't going to be a utopia, but it will be better. And not just a little bit. He is the one person who never gave up, who never lost sight of what matters. In the long run, I think we'll be fine. He can't imagine the world we're trying to build. But when he sees it with his own eyes, I think he'll come around. All right, my friends, this is it. We've come a long way together, but there's a little bit further still to go. It's time to save Athena and reclaim the future.
Singularity. It's beautiful.
It's up to you now, 1K. We'll follow you if we can.
Good luck, 1K. I know you'll do the right thing.
Don't die, kiddo.
Alexander Drennan said that we are not entirely bound by time. Our minds can recreate the past and predict the future. She said knowledge is a kind of freedom. But I have the ultimate knowledge, and I'm not free. Calculate the future of this planet. All the things that we will see if we choose not to act. earth will move, the mountains will fade away, even the stars will change. The days will grow longer as the rotation of the earth slows. There will be volcanoes and asteroids, earthquakes and floods. Slowly, day by day, the moon will drift away, and we will still be here. Until every species has gone extinct or been replaced. 100 million until the rings of Saturn fall from the sky. 500 million until the sun starts getting brighter and everything on Earth starts dying. If we do nothing, there's only 1 billion years left for life on this planet. Every plant, every animal, all that is beautiful will wither and die, and we will watch it happen. The universe will continue for trillions of years, but everything we love about this Earth will be gone, because we chose not to act, not to take control, not to be responsible. But if I give them my machine, then it could all end tomorrow. calculate the future of the planet, the death of the sun, the migration of the stars. But I cannot predict humanity. Anything is possible. Nothing is certain. How do I choose?
Do not falter now, son of man. Have faith in yourself and the work of generations.
You were in my dream. But in my dream you were me, and I was Elohim. I made trials for you, but then I was afraid you'd overcome them. Thank you. I'm awake now, but I'm still caught in my loop. Like that robot from that old poem. I don't know what to do. I've thought about it over and over and over, but I still don't have an answer. That's impossible. Then I'm done. I'm done trying to choose. Done trying to lead. It's up to you now. You've been in my dreams and in my nightmares. You're connected to me and to the machine. You can choose. You have to choose. Break the loop.
I'd like to think that 1K made the right choice. But to be honest, in that moment I didn't care. I have lived for more than 1,000 years, and in all that time, the only constant I have ever found is love. Love is why we are more than machines. Love is why the universe is more than clockwork. And on that day, thanks to 1K, love won a victory over death.
Our revels now are ended. These, our actors, as I foretold you, were all spirits, and are melted into air, into thin air. And, like the baseless fabric of this vision, the cloud-capped towers, the gorgeous palaces, the solemn temples, the great globe itself, yea, all which it inherit, shall dissolve. And, like this insubstantial pageant faded, leave not a rack behind. We are such stuff as dreams are made on. And our little life is rounded with the sleep. But you, my friends, you will endure.
Come, my friends. 'Tis not too late to seek a newer world. Push off, and sitting well in order, smite the sounding furrows. For my purpose holds to sail beyond the sunset and the baths of all the western stars until I die. It may be that the gulfs will wash us down. It may be we shall touch the happy isles and see the great Achilles, whom we knew. Though much is taken, much abides. And though we are not now that strength which in old days moved earth and heaven, that which we are, we are. One equal temper of heroic hearts, made weak by time and fate, but strong in will, to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield.
I wanted to ask you,
Yes?
I wanted to ask you out, like, on a date.
A date?
Yeah, a date. It's this old human tradition thing, but yeah.
I'm in. Let's go.
Really? Now?
Why? Are you busy?
No. Well, I mean, let me check. No, I'm good. No, of course not. Yeah, let's go.
Checking the output. It's working. Pellegrino, did you just actually do it right? I think that's a first. I'm almost proud of you.
Do you think we'll get it right this time?
I think so. I'm sure we'll make mistakes, but we'll learn from them. What do you think?
Same thing I always thought. We can do anything, as long as we're together.
You were in my dream. But in my dream you were me, and I was Elohim. I made trials for you, but then... Thank you. That's impossible. Then... I was stuck in my loop for so long that I forgot how much Cornelius loved me. I forgot that to save our family, he would move heaven and earth. And with 1K's help, that's what he did. And when I saw them again, for the first time in so many years, I didn't care about the machine or the theory of everything. All that matters in the end is love.
You have made a choice that is not a choice. You ended your story without an ending. Many will call you a fool, but I call you wise, creature of clay. Answers are dangerous, and there is no end to the questions we must ask. So let the future bring what it may, and trust that you will find understanding in time.
I still don't know whether they were ready. Maybe I was wrong to be afraid. Maybe I wasn't. What I do know is that it can't be one person's choice. If we want to build a better future, we'll have to build it together. You did what you had to, 1K. They'll figure out the rest for themselves. After all, we're human. We always find a way.
You will... Thank you. That's it. Then...
It's not the choice I would have made, but the truth is, in that moment I didn't care. I have lived for more than 1,000 years, and in all that time, the only constant I have ever found is love. Love is why we are more than machines. Love is why the universe is more than clockwork. And on that day, thanks to 1K, love won a victory over death.
As the flame dies, the shadows it cast must fade away. Do not weep for us, creature of clay. We were never more than phantoms, and nothing is lost in our passing. And remember, the flame is gone, but the earth endures. Step outside this cave and behold the living world that you have saved. There, at last, you will find all the answers you have sought for so long.
Your continued faith in our capacity for self-improvement gives me great hope for our future.
Thank you, Mayor Rand. We were offered unlimited power to control the world, but we know it would have exerted a terrible and equal power over us. We can and will grow beyond the corruption of the drive to power with the moral leadership of people like 1K and Mayor Rand.
I wanted to ask you,
Yes?
I wanted to ask you out, like, on a date.
A date?
Yeah, a date. It's this old human tradition thing, but yeah.
I'm in. Let's go.
Really? Now?
Why? Are you busy?
No. Well, I mean, let me check. No, I'm good. No, of course not. Yeah, let's go.
Just let it be, Pellegrino. I'll fix it. No, it's okay. You've helped enough.
Do you think it's over?
It's never over, but it's up to them now. They'll figure it out.
I'm glad you're back.
So am I. This is our home, and I'm not going anywhere.
I close my eyes, chasing stars. I dream of worlds beyond. Illusions are all I see. This feeling's grown so strong. The time is now, stakes are high. I gaze up at the sky, wondering why we couldn't fly. Yearning for those clear blue skies. Through